Welcome to MTG Ectoplasm, your home for Spirit Trouble and Magic the Gathering. On this episode, this is a loaded potato, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready. This is what I'm going to call a rumor episode because there's tons and tons of rumors that it's just out there. And I think you needed to be aware of it. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited because I'm excited. So let's get this thing started, shall we? Let's go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this episode. I am your host, Dwight, aka D Blanco, a medium that wears an extra large. You can reach out to me on Twitter at MTG Ectoplasm. Please follow. Or you can go to mtgectoplasm@gmail.com where you can reach out to me directly. That's right. Tell me, am I doing a good job, a bad job, or I shouldn't quit my day job? And then finally, mtgectoplasm.com. That's right, I got my own personal website with the latest and greatest episodes for you to listen to. And if you want to donate to the show, I humbly would hope you want to because I will always like to update my equipment. You can donate to the show right there at mtgectoplasm.com. Or if you want to sponsor an episode just like this, you can do that there. Now, do me a favor. I know right now you're listening on whatever streaming service you have. Do me a favor. There's that like, follow, subscribe button right there. Just do me a favor. Hit that button for me. I'm not charging you a dime. All I'm asking you is just to hit that button for me so people around the world can go, hey, this guy's pretty good. And, I'm going to keep on following what he has to say. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, thank you for making this show keep on growing. I have 4 new countries that are, or shall I say, 3 new countries that are listening in, which is South Africa, Estonia, and my father's nation of Peru. Let me just say, I feel humbled. I feel appreciated. Let me just tell you, hands down, thank you for making this your number one spot for Spirit Tribal and Magic the Gathering. So with that being said, like I told you before, this is a loaded potato of an episode of nothing more than just full out and out rumors. Okay? Because all I know is I don't know what the hell's going on in the WotC world, but people are picking up on things left and right, and they're really catching WotC with the pants down. Now, I'm not a pervert, but, depending on whose pants are down, I have to take a gander. So with that being said, rumor numero uno. This came as a shock to me. I was watching this young man, I believe he's based out of Canada. I'm going to give him his due rights for breaking the story. And this is the Magic Historian. Now, the Magic Historian has been known to put out great content, very educational. He's a lore master, as I like to say, because obviously he is a historian, but he tends to get these stories before they break. And this is one of the stories, I think it's too good to be true. So rumor number 1 is Urza Saga. Now you're going to go, Dwight, I know. Urza Saga is already a card in Modern Horizons 2. Urza Saga was actually a set back in, 1990-something, right? Actually, 1998, October of 1998 when it was released. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Urza Saga Remastered. Did I fry your brains? Did I just go, whoa, what did Dwight say? That's right. If you didn't hear me once, I'll say it twice. Urza Saga Remastered. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm saying it for a second time. They're going to take the Urza block, ladies and gentlemen, and give you what is the best of the best of the best for Urza Saga block. That's right. Cards that you couldn't use, potentially use, before is making its way, potentially making its way to you soon. Now, I'm a little excited because I'm like, ooh, what cards could we use maybe in Modern? What cards could we potentially use, in Legacy? I mean, they're already there. It'd be more, if you need more paper content, it wouldn't be hard. The question is, what more can they provide us? And that's what makes this thing, you're like, ooh, I can't wait. Because one thing we've learned from Time Spiral Remastered is that they don't just take stuff from just Time Spiral itself. No. They end up grabbing stuff from other parts, because if you're not aware, Tarmogoyf, which was in Time Spiral Remastered, was actually in Future Sight. It was one of the little nothing crappy cards. And I literally mean that. It was nothing more than a $3 rare when it was released in Future Sight. How crazy would it be? Like, think about that, ladies and gentlemen. You go to a pre-release and you end up cracking a pack and you end up getting a Tarmogoyf. And you're looking at this, I was like, okay, what the hell? Why do I need a Tarmogoyf? Tarmogoyf is crap. And I'll tell you why it was crap, because there was no Planeswalkers, there was no Tribal. It was one of these cards that were just like, meh. Literally, you could go to a vendor that day and sell back your Tarmogoyf for like $3. I know, crazy, right? I remember I went to that Time Spiral, the Future Sight release, and I ended up going, I think I went like 7-1, something like that. And I told the last kid, because it was the finals, and we're like, okay, let's tie this up. Let's say that we drew, and then we can break even pack, so we don't, neither one of us get our upset the fact that we lost, and we lost on packs. So we did the gentleman's agreement, and I ended up getting 3 Tarmogoyfs. I was pissed. I was angry. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? This is crap. And then all of a sudden, Lorwyn hit. And then all of a sudden, there was your Tribal, and there was your Planeswalkers, and Tarmogoyf went from a $3 rare and shot up to like a $25 rare, and then climbed up the charts till it had to be reprinted to yada yada, to now where it's just a $65 card now. How crazy is that, ladies and gentlemen? But like I said, we're not talking about, I'm just making you aware that how the Time Spiral block or Time Spiral Remastered doesn't just take from Time Spiral itself. It grabs from the entire block. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Urza Saga Remastered is going to probably be the entire block. And they're going to have to pick out of that, out of that entire block of cards, what they're going to put in. Now, I have here in my fingers, my piece of paper, I actually have uno, dos. I have two papers here. In the Urza Saga that was released October of 1998, that set had 350 cards. The set that was released after that was Urza's Legacy, which had 143 cards, released July 21st of 1999. And then Urza's Destiny, another 143 cards, released June 23rd, 1999. So, hold on. No, that's right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is during the time where Magic the Gathering made blocks of 3. Okay. It's not like, oh, we jump from this site, we jump from Amonkhet to Innistrad to Rashan to Innistrad to Mirrodin to Dominaria. No, 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 no. We stayed in one section for a full year and then we planeswalked somewhere else. And it was pretty cool because one thing that I enjoyed about the Urza's Black, I got to play in the last one. Well, the last set was Urza's Destiny, that we got to play with Echo and cycling. And those were cool mechanics. I had fun with them. Echo was, it gave you overly powered cards, but it wasn't that bad. The cycling was cool because the fact that, hey, if you needed to sit there and draw cards, you could do so instead of using the card that was just sitting in your hand doing absolutely nothing. But my main concern, honestly, about us returning to the Urza block itself is that Urza block, if you're unaware and weren't playing Magic during this time period, like I was, Urza block was considered the most broken block ever created by man. You would have angels fall from the heavens and yell at you and going, yeah, this is broken. Oh, this set is broken. Watsy, what are you doing? Basically, that was going on. Like, games would end by like turn 2, turn 3. It was ridiculous. The power that was in Urza block. It was so powerful that future blocks down the way had to be completely dumbed down because, like, I'm going to be honest with you. All the sets that came after it were just absolute crap. Crap. Why? Because WotC knew they screwed up. What broke my heart is that I started buying heavily into the following set. Okay? And if you ask anybody about that set after that one, which was Mercadian Mask, it was absolutely full of feces. That set sucked so bad. There's no other words to say but sucked. So the question is, my concern for the game is, it's cool that we have this. It's great for, vintage and legacy to use. But are you going to bring this into modern? Are you going to bring this into Pioneer? Because obviously this isn't going to be a standard set. And if it's going to be a standard set, oh man, I pray that WotC, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to have to do something because this isn't good. But also, I know some of you going, well, like, there's another problem that we have here. And I'm reading your mind. But touch two fingers to your head, and I'm reading your mind. Ready? And you're saying, Dwight, you're full of crap. I'm not reading you can't read my mind. That's the first thing. Next thing you're saying is, Dwight, but how about the reserve list? Some of these cards are on the reserve list. And I'm going to tell you, yeah. I'm not going to tell you there's just a handful. In Urza Saga alone, there's 19 cards on the reserve list. Urza's Legacy, you have 9 cards on the reserve list. Urza's Destiny, you have 14 cards on the reserve list. So I hate to break it to you. If you think you're going to get some of these super duper money power cards, I'm going to be honest with you. If this rumor is true, it is sincere, no. No, you will not. So I have here in my hands, I want to read to you some of the cards that realistically, unfortunately, I know, hell, even the person listening in the background, your girlfriend, your mother, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, will tell you, nope, they're not going to reprint it. So in Urza Saga, I'll begin reading one of the 19. Ready? Argothian Worm. I'm mad on that. Baron Master Wizard. Sentinel Centaurs. Now this is one right here. Gaia's Cradle. That's right. You will not be seeing Gaia's Cradle. Gilded Drake. For those that love playing Commander. Great Whale. Herald of Sarah. Karn's Silver Golem. You got Lifeline, Lightning Dragon, Morphling, for those who remember the good old days of, putting damage on the stack, Morphling. Then you got Opal Archangel, Sarah Sanctum, for those who love their enchantment decks. Temporal Aperture, Time Spiral, Talarian Academy, where we know the Mr. Professor himself, let's just say, borrowed for his community college, Talarian Academy, Yawgmoth's Will, and a Zephlid. Just those 19 cards alone, ladies and gentlemen, that's wow, that's power. And just imagine Gaia's Cradle. If WotC had the audacity to reprint Gaia's Cradle, I mean, right now, what I believe I just saw on a buyback from, let's see, Channel Fireball, I think they're offering credit for $950 for a Gaia's Cradle. Hell, Sarah Sanctum. I mean, you're talking maybe like another $150, $200 card. Telling you, like the Gilded Drake, I couldn't believe when I looked at that. At one point, it was $250 to $300 card. Yeah, I was stupefied with that. Now, Urza's Legacy. Let me tell you the 9 cards there, right? Deranged Hermit, not a bad card, especially now that the squirrels are taking over. Grim Monolith. Who doesn't like a Grim Monolith? Memory Jar. Multani Moro Sorcerer. Palancron, very powerful card back in the day. Radiant Archangel. Then you have Ring of Gix, Second Chance, and then Weatherseed Treefolk. That Treefolk was extremely powerful back in the day. And now it's a strong card, but it's nothing worth writing the folks back at home for. But these are another 9 cards with a lot of power, and unfortunately, you will not see them. Now, Urza's Destiny. You had 14 cards out of here. Okay? A little bit more than you had from Urza's Legacy. Because remember, Legacy had 9. Urza's Destiny has 14. So, 5 more powerful cards. Ready? Academy Rector. Who doesn't like an Academy Rector? They had to remake one up for Planeswalkers, right? Carnival of Souls, pretty good. Covetous Dragon, I remember a deck based on that with Wildfire. Donate, that was great with Illusions of Grandeur. Masticore, everybody knows Masticore is, oh my god. Anybody who played that was basically an automatic win. Metalworker. Oh, Metalworker, the cute little Metalworker. Used to love them. Opal Essence. Let me just tell you, there was a deck based on this, and now I think it's called Ley Lines now in Legacy. Really good card. Phyrexian Negator. Woo! I remember that deck. That was a mean deck. Powder Keg. That was a fun card. Then you had Replenish, which actually worked with Opal Essence. Then one card that I truly love that's actually banned in Commander, Rufellos, Land War Emissary. Then you have Treachery, good card. Yavimaya Hollow, and Yawgmoth's Bargain. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, if the rumors are true that Urza's block will come back, be reprinted by WotC, is in a remastered set, I hate to break it down to you, Hate to, you know, make you cry in your bowl of cereal. Unfortunately, these cards will not be reprinted in them. These cards, I believe it's like 40, 20, 38, 48, 50, about 53 cards. Unfortunately, these 53 cards, will not be in them. It will not be in that set, but let me just tell you, it was still a powerful set. And even without those cards, I think it would be a fun set to play. I'm going to be honest and sincere with you. I think it would be still fun to play. I had fun times back then. Now, rumor number 2. Now we went from rumor number 1, which was Urza's Saga Remastered, to rumor number 2. And that is for something we knew over a year ago. And for some reason, it's making news again, which I don't understand. And that's we're returning back to Kamigawa. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Kamigawa Neon Destiny. This is going to be a new cyberpunk set that's going to expand on the world of Kamigawa, which was, I guess, humans fighting within their personal spirits. And it was a conflict right then and there. You had to find your inner transgression. And unfortunately, the original printing of Kamigawa sucked. And it's because of, honestly, the legacy rule. Legendary rules. Legendary rules. And you're going to go, Dwight, what legendary rules are you talking about? Well, what happened back in the day, WotC used to have a rule that said if you had a legacy card, a legendary, I don't know, I keep on saying legendary card on the battlefield, and your opponent wanted to play it, they couldn't play it because that legendary creature was the first one there. Or they changed it where if you had a legendary creature on the board and your opponent played the same legendary creature, guess what? They both die. Because you can't have two legendary creatures at the same board state that are the same name, because the whole plane would explode. Some type of shenanigan like that. So it eventually ended up getting changed where if you control the legendary and I control the legendary, it's okay because they're two different legendary creatures, even though they share the same name and same abilities and same characteristics. So that's the reason why, I'm going to be honest with you, the Kamigawa block sucked. Now, if you're a Spirit Tribal fan, you're going to go, holy crap, did you see how many spirits? Let me just tell you, this set was Spirit Fest before spirits were even a thing, before, Drug School Captain. That's where I start. This is where I'll always start for the spirit deck. Okay, I don't care if it's a Bant or Azorius. Spirit Tribe began with Drug School Captain. You can debate that with me all you want. You can try to change my mind, but that's me. Tribe began with Drug School Captain. But that's with the competitive decks. That's what I'm trying to say there. But if you look, holy crap, there are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of spirits. You have white spirits, black spirits, and blue spirits, and green spirits. You name a color, there was a spirit. I was actually surprised there was no artifact spirit. I don't even know if it's possible to make an artifact spirit, but I was surprised I didn't even see one. Now, someone went back and looked for this Kamigawa Neon Destiny. And what happens is that once he ended up buying the website for it, October 12th, 2020. Now, the only reason why I knew about Kamigawa Neon Destiny is because there was artwork that was spoiled like almost a year ago about this. People were talking about like, oh, did you see the artwork? It's pretty neat. You got ninjas again. You got this. It's supposed to be some, cyberpunk type of thing, yada, yada, yada. And let me just tell you, the artwork is pretty badass from what I remember seeing. I actually had to go back, search for it. You know what? It's pretty damn cool. So if the rumor is true that we're going to go back to Kamigawa, you know what? I'm hoping that they don't push away the spirits and just make it just like true cyberpunk and that's it. But I hope to see, snakes again, because that set had a lot of snakes. Hope to see humans, spirits, beasts. I'm interested to see what comes from it. Now, the same person that decided to make this a big rumor, even though I didn't think it was in a rumor at all, but fact, found another thing that WotC did. And that's on January 12, 2021. WotC ended up buying another domain, another website for a potential new set. And that set is called Dominaria United. Now, to me, that's a potential rumor. Why? Because I didn't hear about this. I didn't know about this until I found out, let's say, earlier this weekend. And hearing about it, I'm sitting here like, ooh. We disassociated from Dominaria for a long time. We went back because the fact that Nico Bolas wanted to fight and do his thing, and we wanted to find peace throughout the entire world. But now we're going back to see, I guess, the end results of what happened. Will we end up finding Teferi there? I don't know, but I know for a fact that Teferi is going to be in Innistrad. So if anything's happening in Dominaria, he better planeswalk his butt back to Dominaria to find out what's going on. But unfortunately, that's all I know with this. That once he ended up buying a domain called Dominaria United, and we may see ourselves back in that world, which I'm okay with. I'm happy with. So that's rumor numero dos, number 2. Now, in the final rumor, this is going to be a long-winded one. All right? This is something that a friend of mine actually spoiled to me on Wednesday. And I decided not to go with it. I decided not to talk about it because I was like, I want more information. I wanted to reach out to certain sources, and I didn't get any comment. I reached out to WotC for comment, and all I got was the fact that this was supposed to be spoiled. It's either supposed to be spoiled on Monday or Tuesday, but it was not. It was supposed to be spoiled this upcoming Monday or Tuesday, and somebody got a hold of it ahead of time and put it out there. But it ended up being a thing that ended up getting spoiled by a goldfish, ended up being spoiled by the Magic Historian, getting spoiled by a lot of people. So I'm actually, even though I knew about it Wednesday, I wanted to sit on it to verify because I didn't want to put my name all over it, just in case if it was false. I want to do my due diligence here for you guys and ladies. And this is Jumpstart Historic Horizons. I know you're like, what? Jumpstart Historic Horizons. Now, I actually have here almost a full page of information. And I'm going to read to you directly what you might end up seeing on WotC's website in 2 days. Okay, I have it here on my fingers, and something you're going to see on their webpage in 2 days. So If you hear me misread something, it's because the fact that the person who typed it up needs a little better job of figuring out autocorrect. So let me read to you what will be posted on WotC's website. Jumpstart Historic Horizons arrives August 12th, exclusively on MTG Arena. And when it comes, hundreds of cards from Modern Horizons 1, Modern Horizons 2, and more, including 31 new to Magic cards you'll only find in its digital release. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You're going to be getting Modern Horizons 1, Modern Horizons 2, and more cards, even cards that are not even done in paper, 31 new ones, exclusively on the digital release. I say that's pretty badass. Now, this is my thing I'm curious about. Ready? If you remember, Modern Horizons 2 had a lot of abilities. The question is, are they going to bring all those abilities into the platform, into Arena? And if they do, let me just tell you, I don't see how or why they cannot post Pioneer in Arena or Modern in Arena. Because a lot of those abilities that you will find in Modern Horizons 2 are the same ones that make up all of Modern, all of Pioneer. The only things you won't see is stuff that you may find maybe in Legacy. Because they have ended up making, 50, I believe it was like 51 abilities made available in Modern Horizons 2. Now, I may be jumping the gun because the fact they're just saying, they're going to be hundreds of cards. It doesn't say hundreds of abilities. That's the fun part of the rumors. We get to think, the potentiality of this and what fun and shenanigans can we do as players. Right? So that's the first paragraph. Let me continue reading the second paragraph and then continue going to the third, fourth, and fifth. If you're familiar with the original Jumpstart release on MTG Arena, you know you can select from theme packets to build a deck for play. Jumpstart Historic Horizons ups the fun by introducing an exciting new dynamic to your pack picking and deck building. Now, select card slots in each packet have a chance to be filled with alternate cards that fit the packet's theme. This means more card possibilities in each pack and more variety for your decks every time you play. Okay, I'm okay with that. For full details and event information, read What's MTG Arena's Jumpstart Historic Horizons. It's a hyperlink. We'll be previewing new cards in Jumpstart Historic Horizon over the coming week. So if you want to be among the first to see what's in... If you want to be among the first to see what's in the set, check out where to find Jumpstart, Historic Horizons previews. Okay, that's another hyperlink. Now, it says below are the core packet lists in Jumpstart Historic Horizons, and each is following by a table showing the alternate card possibilities reaching across each row. You'll find the card names and the chances of appearing in the slot in the packets. Well, unfortunately, they did not give me that. They didn't give me that at all. But that's as much as I could get, except for this part. Basic lands, they're not going to be in this packet thing, okay? Because they have here, where are the basic lands? Okay, there's two paragraphs here, so I'm going to read them back to back. So you can go, when you find out more about this and you open your Modern Horizon, your Jumpstart Historic Horizons packs, August 12th, you don't go, where are the basic lands? There aren't any. And why? Because you heard it here first. Okay. It says here, where are the basic lands? You'll notice that the basic lands aren't included in the packet list. That's another feature MTG Arena adds to this release. When you play in Jumpstart Historic Horizons events, you'll automatically receive a mix of basic land based on the packets you choose, balanced for the cost and activated abilities on the spells in your packets. Even better, you'll also receive non-basic lands for play. Packets you choose will add cycling lands from Historic Anthology 2, such as Secluded Steppe, or multicolored dual lands from Core Set 2020, such as Dismal Backwater, of the appropriate colors to your deck. Cycling lands for your packets with one color and dual color lands for packets with multicolor. So, not bad. Not bad. So for those playing in Arena, I don't see why you wouldn't, because it's free. Look at that. Not bad. You know, coming up, I'd say in, I don't know how many days are left in this month. What, 6? So you're talking within 18 days. 18 days, or maybe less than 18 days. Arena's going to get a shakeup. And I think it's going to be great. It's wonderful. And I can't wait to see the shenanigans that you guys play, you all of you players out there, when you play the set. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Rumor number 1, rumor number 2, and rumor numero 3. 1, 2, 3. Hope you like this rumor episode. I know I enjoyed giving it to you. And trust me, there's more to come. Because I got your back. I just want to make sure, I dot my I's and cross my T's. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the show. Remember to, wherever you're listening to this podcast, do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, follow button, and be nice to one another, be kind, enjoy the day, and remember, when you kick your opponent's ass, make sure they say, that's bullshit. See you guys around. Later.